AITA for wanting to deny my boyfriend's parents access to my baby. I know this is long, but please stick with me. This one's messy. I'm 38, my boyfriend is 27, and I'm 9 months pregnant with our first child. Yes, there's an age gap. Yes, people judge us for it, sometimes silently, sometimes loudly. But we didn't plan this. Life just unfolded in a way neither of us saw coming. We met at work years ago at a massive logistics company. Everyone called us the dream team. He was the brawn, tall, strong, lightning fast on his feet, and I was the planner, the detail freak with color-coded spreadsheets and sticky notes everywhere. Together, we made impossible deadlines happen. It started as friendship, pure, easy, fun. We laughed through 12-hour shifts, swapped playlists, and covered for each other when things got hectic. And after about 3 months of being inseparable, it became more. We started dating when he was 21 and I was 32. He was incredible, mature beyond his years, grounded and kind in a way I hadn't seen before. When I tore a ligament at work, he was the one who took care of me. When my grandmother passed, he held me through every tear. When my best friend died suddenly, he was the one who spoke at her memorial because I couldn't. When I was in a car accident and couldn't walk for months, he literally carried me up the stairs until I could do it again. He was steady, constant, my rock when everything else fell apart. We broke up once, when I had to move across the country for a promotion. I told myself distance and his college life would pull him in different directions, and that it was unfair to hold him back. We tried to keep it friendly, but the line between friendship and something deeper never disappeared. Even when we weren't officially together, we still talked every day. Sometimes it felt like we never broke up at all, just paused. Eventually, we started seeing each other again. At first, it was casual, friends with history, but feelings have a way of surviving logic. Then came the surprise that changed everything. I found out I was pregnant. We both panicked. He was still in school, working part-time, living with his parents, trying to figure out his future. I was stable but not expecting to start over. We talked about every option, including termination, but I couldn't do it. I told him, I'll raise the baby myself. You don't have to take responsibility if you're not ready. I'll even keep your name off the birth certificate. But he looked me straight in the eye and said no. He wanted to be there. He wanted to be a father. So we made a decision to do this together, to give our baby a family. That's when reality hit in the form of his parents. When he told them, his mom didn't even speak. She just stood up and left the room. His dad sighed, rubbed his temples, and said, "We're disappointed, son." That was it. No questions, no support. They didn't come to the baby shower. They haven't texted or called once during the entire pregnancy. No, "How are you feeling?" No, "Do you need anything?" Nothing. It's like I became invisible the moment he told them I existed in his future. Meanwhile, Connor's been doing everything he can. He drives an hour each way to see me once or twice a week. He balances classes, work, and late-night calls to check in on me. He's trying so hard to build a bridge between two worlds that don't want to meet. And I've tried too. I've sent polite messages, kept things positive, avoided drama. Last week I even texted his dad just to thank him for raising such a wonderful, caring man. I meant it, no reply. Then yesterday, I texted again, this time sharing my birth plan and inviting them to be the first visitors to meet our baby. I thought maybe, just maybe, that gesture would melt the ice. Instead, I got the most condescending message I've ever seen. His dad wrote, "We're worried about our son trying to balance it all. We know he's conscientious and we're proud of him, but this situation is complex. We're still adjusting. We prefer to speak in person, as texts can be misunderstood translation. We still don't like you. We're still disappointed. We'll be involved only when it suits us." That message shattered me. I sat there, 9 months pregnant, swollen ankles, heartburn, exhaustion, and just sobbed. My boyfriend was at work, and I was alone, holding my phone, rereading those lines over and over until the words blurred. They've ignored me for months. Now suddenly they want to talk in person. Now, when I'm about to go into labor. Now, when I need calm, not confrontation. Number, I can't do it. So I changed my mind. I don't want them to be the first to hold my baby. I don't even want them at the hospital. They weren't here for the fear, the morning sickness, the sleepless nights, or the doctor's visits. They don't get to swoop in at the finish line and play the proud grandparents. Still, part of me feels guilty. Connor's heart is huge, sometimes too big. He still loves his parents, still hopes they'll come around. He talks about how his mom used to pack lunches for his friends, how his dad used to help him with math homework. He wants them to be part of our baby's life. And I want that too, someday. I really do. But I also want peace. And I want boundaries. I've spent this entire pregnancy walking on eggshells, trying not to make waves, trying to prove I'm good enough. But at this point, I'm exhausted, emotionally, mentally, physically. If they couldn't show a hint of empathy before, they don't deserve front row seats now. So no, they won't be at the hospital. They can meet the baby when the time is right, when I feel safe, and when they can do it without judgment. Until then, I'm focusing on my baby, my health, and the family I'm creating, not the one refusing to accept me. So tell me, am I the a-hole for taking back their invitation to the hospital? For wanting to protect my peace after months of being ignored and judged for something as human as love?